Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to Money Text Guru. In this video, we are going to learn about the detailed study of tie and dye process. Right from the raw material preparation to the final finished product, we are going to study in a very detailed way. Before I start this video, I want to dedicate my special thanks to VKT Fabs Pvt Ltd for providing me this video for the educational purpose. This is the first step in the tie and dye process. Actually, this young man is measuring the warp length required for the particular tie and dye design. Once the warp length is measured, the designer is marking the places where the tie needs to be done and which are all the places it needs to be left out as it is. Once the marking is run, actually this is ready for tying process. Actually n number of peoples will be involved here for tying, and this is another version of tie and dye where the warp is dyed. The previous one what we saw is the covered one. Now once the tying process is completed, the warp is dyed using cold brand reactive dyes. Actually the QA is checking whether the warp is dyed uniformly throughout the actual length of tie and dye. Once the quality check is completed, it is squeezed and sent for drying purpose. Now the tie and dye warp is dried completely, but before it is sent for beaming process, the interminglings needs to be removed manually. And then the designer aligns the warp based on the actual pattern required in the tie and dye, and he is checking it, cross-checking it with the design pattern, which is the required pattern, and the tie and dye warp. If any misalignment is there, that will be corrected manually and until it matches exactly with the requirement. This is another version of tie and dye pattern where the beaming process is happening, and you can check again. Even though the manual intermingling is being removed, even during the beaming process there are some interminglings. Those were removed once again and the beaming process is done for the smoother weaving, since the weaving process happens in a higher RPM rate. So these interminglings needs to be removed before beaming. Now the final warp with the tie and dye patterns is getting woven in the rapier loom. This is another tie and dye design getting woven in the tie and dye in the rapier loom. Now the fabric is ready for inspection. The QA is inspecting the fabric. This is the another version of tie and dye pattern getting woven in power loom. This is another one more design. Actually we call it as a border design. Only on the one side border there will be a tie and dye pattern, and even in the balance body there is a stripe version. With the regular intervals there is a tie and dye pattern. Border with the stripe pattern. It is another colorway. The design, the navy which is running on the right side of the video, that is another colorway. This is also another one more version of tie and dye where the complete body is with the tie and dye pattern. This is actually the border design. Only on the border, on the one side of the border, there is a tie and dye pattern, and rest of the body will be plain. This is the brand name Huzo, where the VKT Fabs marketing their products in the commercial websites. These are all the different products made by them. You can visit their website and you can check these products online. Thank you. Thanks for watching. See you all in the next video. Till then, bye from your Money Text Group. Bye bye.